Wrestling.
Hey everyone, welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm here with the whole gang. Justin.
I'm sorry, I'm blown out from that intro.
Joe.
Yo.
John.
Hey everybody.
Breaking news. We are recording this on the day that it was announced Undertaker is going into the Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And if anyone going into a Hall of Fame deserves a quick audible, hey, let's record this tonight for next week's episode because it's fucking huge and it's fresh in our minds, it's Undertaker. Say what you will about biggest stars in wrestling being Hogan, Stone Cold, Rock, Cena, whatever. All those guys pale in comparison. They may have the movies and the mega stardom, but none of them are even close to the Undertaker.
Texas Red.
I think the only other one name that would be as big as Undertaker, like to do something like that, would be Owen, because it would be so unexpected for it to happen.
It would be unexpected, but it wouldn't be. This is the fucking Undertaker.
No, but
Owen
I'm
Hart
saying
would
as
be.
far as,
It'll never happen because it shouldn't happen because they shouldn't be allowed to profit off of it. But
Yeah. Maybe Shawn
no.
Michaels. I don't know.
Shawn's already in.
Yeah.
Twice. 3 times maybe. DX, Click. No, is DX in? No.
DX is in, and he's in.
Yeah.
Is he in already?
And the Click is in. And didn't they put the Click in together?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't
Isn't
know.
that how like Shawn Waltman's in 42 times?
I didn't know Shawn went in by himself already.
Every group Sean Waltman's in.
Yeah. So let's start out. Who the fuck inducts him? There's only one person, right?
it's got to be Vince.
It's
It's
gotta be Vince.
Kane.
No, it's gotta be Vince. If it's not, it's gotta be like Bruce.
But Bruce has said before on something that he doesn't want to do it. He really thinks it should be Vince because that was his brainchild.
It was always the rumor. I don't know where it started. I just remember always hearing it that Vince McMahon will only do it for the Undertaker.
Yeah,
That's
Vince.
the guy he's going to put in.
Vince hasn't done it for anybody, has
I
he?
don't think so.
No.
And
I think, like Joe said earlier, like have Vince induct him, and then you could have a long list of people come up and talk.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, you
one
could
and I
Have
talked
this
about
be the only
earlier.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
We said
Yeah,
that
that's
earlier.
yeah.
Why has there been no other Hall of Famers talked about yet? It's getting. I mean, we're not getting close, but we are getting close. Like we're what, a month away?
That's what
Almost
I,
a month-
I
month
was
and a
saying
half
to
away?
John today at
No
work.
other.
Like
Yeah.
usually right before the Rumble.
Yeah,
Or
maybe
just
it
after
will
the
be.
Rumble?
If there is anyone in the history of WWE that deserves a night of Hall of Fame to themselves, isn't it the fucking Undertaker?
Yeah.
Have everybody from different eras just come up and,
Yeah,
and
they
share
can have
stories and
so many
Yeah.
eras. And
I mean, you could
the
get
reason here's my reason for it. Should it be Vince? Did he wrestle Vince? Yeah, sure, whatever. Was it created? Sure, whatever. But my thing is when Vince was down, who stuck by his side?
Taker.
Fucking Taker.
Mhm.
When someone wasn't doing business, like Shawn Michaels decided to play fucking prima donna, who was going to make Shawn do his shit? Taker. He bled that fucking business as much as Vince McMahon. That was also his business.
And he was always the judge in wrestlers' court.
Yeah. When Vince McMahon needs a main event and he's got fucking nothing, who does he text? Taker.
Taker, yeah.
When, Diesel and Razor are jumping ship and we got Sean and Brett, but Sean's gonna lose his smile soon. Who's gonna carry the fucking torch? Taker. Who will always be there? It was Taker.
who does everybody go up to for
Yeah.
advice? And Taker was the guy in the back.
There are matches that everybody talks about. And I guess my favorite Taker match / moment is talked about, but not as much. Everybody's always going to talk about the Shawn matches and the Hell in the Cells and the Canes and the Triple H matches, which technically were 3, but WWE likes to only say there was 2. They don't like to talk about 17. But the guy has made careers like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
He that the ending of that match, no matter what, that match was great, but the ending of that match made Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
That's all it fucking took. If The Rock would have done that, everybody would be like, "Oh, okay, it's great, whatever."
And I think that was,
Cold, cool, but Taker fucking did it.
and that was the first time that we as fans have seen something from Taker like that.
Yeah,
I think showing respect and breaking character for a moment, you know. So that was pretty cool.
Think of all the hot garbage they gave him to work with.
Giant Gonzalez,
Yeah.
Kamala, who in his day was great, but fucking Yokozuna, turtle shelling. Yokozuna was great, but not his matches with Taker. He just laid. Go count the minutes that he was on his feet versus the minutes he was laying. It supersedes.
Well, and you said about like Taker making somebody. Think about somebody that we know, like friend of the show, Maven, getting eliminated from the Rumble. Like nobody would have called that.
Yeah.
I mean, the main event of the very first Raw?
Yep.
Taker.
Yep. Damien
Demento.
Yep.
From the outer
But I mean,
reaches of
they
your mind.
used to just whatever monster of the week they would throw at Taker.
I'd still make it
And
work.
try to, like,
Khali.
I was gonna say Khali.
Do what you can with this guy.
King Kong Bundy in 95, not the 80s.
Not
King
85, not WrestleMania 2 Bundy. No.
Exactly. Yeah, 10 years after that. Jesus, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2 was in 85, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it 85 or 84? Either way, it's 10
Yeah.
years past his fucking prime.
Oh, yeah.
And he got a spot with The Undertaker. And then that whole thing, like, think about that whole run of feuding with the $1 Million Corporation. He fucking started with Faker, which actually Brian Lee should go in.
We should induct him. Dress as Undertaker.
Yes, full circle. And Martin Jannetty should come back down from
Yeah.
ascending to the heavens.
Yeah, he can come back now.
Yeah. And who else? Somebody else did a Taker thing, didn't they? I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm not.
Sean did for their WrestleMania thing, but he was in white.
Oh,
Taker was in black.
Yeah. Can't forget about that time he hung Boss Man.
Yes, we were talking about WrestleMania matches and going in order, and I got confused which year he hung a man.
How about that time he
They probably won't talk about that.
burned down the funeral home that his parents worked at and burned Kane?
I think didn't they storyline say that no, it was actually Kane who burned it down?
Did they?
Yeah, I thought
I
so.
don't know,
like,
Paul
man.
Bear adopted him because
Come on, let's try not to get too deep into the terrible storylines of the Undertaker.
My
if that's the
favorite
fact-
Undertaker was Ministry.
It was good. I'll never be able to not love just original gimmick. Gray gloves.
Yeah. I
Because
think
he was so like mysterious. You know, and I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was afraid of him.
He
I was
moved
afraid
slow.
I was afraid of
Hey.
Undertaker, and I was afraid of the head shrinkers.
my favorite one was Ministry going into Biker Taker.
Well, Biker, he goes away for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ministry turns into
And-
corporate ministry.
And you
then-
think
yeah.
about it too.
Yeah.
How many guys ever debuted on a pay-per-view as their first appearance?
And
Like,
dominates, and it was a big pay-per-view. Dominates
one of their-
Dusty Rhodes, Bret Hart, the Great Virgil.
I was gonna say The Rock debuted at Survivor Series, but
Yeah.
that was
He got counted out. So
Yeah, The Rock debuted against Goldust, Stalker, Justin Hawk Bradshaw, and
Jake. Or
no,
he was
Jake
on
would have been
Jake's
face.
team.
Yeah. Hunter. Wasn't Hunter in that match?
that was like Snob Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter herself, yeah.
So Dusty Rhodes,
yeah.
Stalker Barry.
No,
Windham.
yeah, you said it make
No,
made
he
an
wasn't
impact.
Stalker. Widowmaker was the early one.
Yeah.
Then he came back
He
as
was
Stalker,
Stalker.
which
Mhm.
was the same gimmick. Why didn't they just?
I don't know. Why couldn't it just be Barry Windham? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Because that name, why couldn't it just be Dustin Rhodes? That name holds no weight. Not in the eyes of Vince McMahon, especially then.
That's him. That's that Southern wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it at work. He's probably the only wrestler that goes from Hogan era through New Gen, Attitude, all the way up to whatever, like 2 years ago.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Think about it. He's wrestled everybody.
And yeah.
Who's
yeah,
crossed
everybody.
generations?
Everybody.
Ray
I
is
mean,
up there too.
all we're different
Ray
ages.
didn't wrestle in the Hogan era.
No, I think they just posted he was in 5 different eras.
Well, he would have only been. He wasn't even in Attitude. I mean, in WCW, but not in
Oh
WWE.
yeah, I guess they're counting that.
Oh, because I was going to
Just
say
in general,
he would have been in Ruthless Aggression, and then whatever they call the next ones after that.
Yeah.
The modern era. What do they call it?
I don't know.
New Gen? No, New
Gen was
like
New Gen was after
Then I think
Hogan
it's-
and Macho and all them
is
left.
it New Era then or something like that?
might be New Era.
Whatever.
Yeah, Ruthless Aggression or whatever.
Ruthless Aggression, but then what do they
After
call
that,
after
yeah.
that? Like 2010. Like what is it?
I don't know.
For me, the best years for Taker was the mid 2000s.
Mid.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, like
He won a Rumble. He won belts. He won. It was.
yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. I'm gonna channel a little bit of the Bruce Pritchard thing. There is that did Undertaker ever need to hold a belt?
No.
He could have went his entire career and nobody would have went. Well, that guy never won a fucking belt. I don't think he needed it. It was nice that he had it.
Yeah,
but
if you look, he's only like a 5-time world champ.
5 or 6, something.
He's been a tag team champ more than he's been a world champ.
Really,
He was
Yeah,
a WCW tag champ.
He was the last.
that doesn't count.
He was
It's
the
on his
last.
stats.
It's also on a figure coming out.
If it ever comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a hardcore champion.
he was a hardcore champion. Was he ever United States or Intercontinental?
No.
Not
So he can't. He's probably the most legendary wrestler to not be a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah. He only won the Rumble
Which
once.
is weird. Well, he didn't compete in a lot of Rumbles, to be honest,
Yeah.
because he was usually like either away or he was like, okay, so his first Rumble he was in.
He was
That
choking
was the
people,
92.
right?
Yeah, that was 92. 93. Who won 93?
that was Yoko.
Yoko. He wasn't in that one. Oh, yes, he was.
Yeah,
That was
that was
Giant,
when
that's Giant
Gonzalez
Gonzalez with,
showed
that
up.
comes out. Yeah.
So he was eliminated by a guy who wasn't even in the Rumble.
Yeah, exactly.
I always hate that spot too.
I
when
fucking
guys get-
hate that spot. I hate that spot and the I got eliminated and I'm gonna pull you out spot.
The Hogan spot.
Yeah,
The Hogan Sid
Fucking-
spot.
Yeah.
The sore
exactly.
loser spot's what I call it.
Yeah.
But they did that like Bad News Brown knocked Piper out. Remember he climbed back up and pulled him out?
At WrestleMania 2, Big John Studd and the refrigerator, what was his fucking name?
Oh, yeah.
William-
William Perry.
Yeah, William Perry. They did that. He put John Studd over, and then John Studd was like, "Oh, I'm gonna shake your hand," and pulled him out. Fucking don't. I hate that. I hate that.
Taker
spot.
is a 4-time WWE champion and a 3-time world heavyweight champ. So 7 total.
okay.
That's-
I said
And he's
6.
a 7-time tag team champion. 6 WWE, 1 WCW.
So okay.
Who was
Big
he-
Show. I'm gonna try to go with this.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Big Show?
Who was his tag?
Big Show twice.
Oh, Big Show twice. Oh, so that really they
Kane.
ran that twice. They lost and then got it again.
I guess.
Man, was the tag team division that fucking?
Weren't they
defeated?
feuding with like Spirit Squad or something?
Oh no, I was thinking. No, this is prior. This is like
Oh.
ministry, corporate ministry. Taker
Oh.
and Big Show.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Kane, I believe.
Yeah,
and
Kane.
Kane is obviously the
Kane is
the
twice
WCW.
WWE and once WCW. So
Yeah.
3 times with Kane.
So 2 more.
Man. phew.
Was it Stone Cold?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say Austin and
Austin held it with Taker and Sean?
And Hunter.
Oh, 2-man power
And
trip.
Dude Love.
And Dude
And
Love,
Dude,
man,
yeah.
some great tag, and never with Brian Pillman.
Never. One more left.
Um,
Taker was tag champ with.
Is it weird?
Same era
Same era
as Austin, Kane. Same. We
Was
said
it
Dude
Brock?
Love.
No.
The Rock.
Oh, you said Rock. Oh, I thought you said Brock. Sorry.
when did The Rock? Oh,
I don't know. Him and The Rock had it.
Holy shit! There were so many title changes in the Attitude Era.
and a lot of times there was like Rock and him teaming up and like, okay,
Yeah.
tonight you're going to go for the belts just to
I mean, that's how Sean and Austin won them.
because I think
The
they were
Rock.
feuding with each other.
I guess that was in ministry too. Then corporate ministry. I
Probably,
guess.
yeah.
He also won the 2005 Wrestling Observer Newsletter Most Disgusting Promotional Tactic Award.
What the hell was that?
Most disgusting promotional tactic. Okay, what could this be? Wait. Most disgusting.
2005.
2005.
So it'll probably be for the year.
Yeah,
Prior.
2004. Well, it's back to Dead Man.
Was this burying Paul Bearer?
No, he didn't bury Paul Bearer. No, that was the Dudleys.
No, he did.
No,
he won the match and then he pulled the lever.
Oh,
yeah.
He did not fuck Katie Vick.
We don't know that.
That's true. I don't know that. Man, maybe that's why Kane was actually upset with Undertaker, is that he stole his dead girlfriend.
Was that putting Stephanie on that symbol thing?
That would have been like 90s ministry. Yeah.
Guys give up.
Yeah. Disgusting.
His involvement in the terrorist angle with Muhammad Hassan.
Oh, come on. That's bullshit.
The day after the London bombing.
That's not
his
bullshit.
Not his fault.
That's bullshit.
And they taped that like the week before.
Yeah, they taped it before it happened, and then they cut it out.
Why didn't Vince get that award? Or non-award?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Worst feud of the year, 1993 with Johnny.
And why would he get that? Like, that should be Muhammad Hassan. He was supposed to be the
worst match of the year, 2018, with Kane versus Triple H and Shawn at Crown Jewel.
Oh, yeah,
God. Yeah. Did he not win worst match with Goldberg?
Worst worked match of the year versus Chronic at Unforgiven.
Oh, yeah.
2-time match of the year winner.
Shawn and Hunter?
Both Shawns.
Oh, both Shawn.
Back-to-back Shawn and Maniac.
Okay.
Best gimmick 4 years in a row, 90 to 94.
Wow, really? They acknowledged him that early. I would have thought, because, early Taker is fucking stupid. It really is. Like, if you think of it as a wrestling fan, it's dumb.
I mean, it took him like 10 minutes to walk to the ring.
No, not that.
And then, like, their debut, Dead Guy.
Well, yeah. But
then he would, like, take his hat off.
Take the hat off, take the tie off.
Yeah. Took him forever. Then he'd sit up, like, in a match.
But, yeah, it's, I would think that back then, like, the observer would think this is fucking dumb.
It should have never gotten over.
It should have never gotten anywhere as big.
Is that Meltzer?
Yeah.
Observer?
Yeah.
Best heel, feud of the year.
What year?
Feud of the year, 2007.
Batista?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when he won the Rumble.
Best heel, what year?
91.
Oh.
So that's Hogan.
That's, yeah.
Tuesday in Texas.
Yeah.
He did a good job of getting Batista over, too. I mean, Batista was already
a good job
over,
getting whoever he worked with over.
Batista was already getting there, but that was a major feud for Batista.
He made Johnny Gonzalez look like a threat.
He won 15
What do you think?
Slammy
Who do you
awards.
think's the worst Taker opponent of all time? You think it's Johnny Gonzalez? I think Khali
I'd say
was
Mark
worse.
Henry.
No, Mark Henry.
Khali wasn't at Mania.
Oh, I didn't say Mania.
Oh, okay.
Just overall
Just in
opponent.
general.
Well, then yes, Khali.
Khali was pretty bad. But Johnny Gonzalez won with a chloroform rag.
He didn't really do
That's how I
anything.
get all
At
my
least
dates.
Khali attempted to do moves.
Yeah.
I'd go Johnny Gonzalez
Because anybody else is gotta be better than him. Like, even like something stupid like Kennedy. It was a fun, like.
I thought Kennedy
That
should have been
made
world
him
champ.
Beat him in that first blood match.
Yeah.
Kennedy beat him.
Yeah, and he put a bunch of.
That's when Taker stiffed him.
I mean,
put
just
a bunch of petroleum jelly on his head, like boxers do.
but just to build to that when he busted him open on SmackDown with
Yeah.
the mic, that was
I think
good.
that was when Taker stiffed him.
Yeah.
I think that's when Orton complained or Cena complained, and then during that match.
No,
Taker
it was
fucking-
after that. That was like a 5-on-5. That was like a Raw a draft match.
Horton complained because Kennedy almost killed him
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Kennedy should have been world champ. I
That
like
was something
Kennedy.
I had heard about Taker too. Is like he'd give guys a potato or two, and if he stiffed him back,
Hey, you got
and he'd
it.
be like, okay,
Yeah.
This
Bring
kid's
it.
got it.
yeah.
Well,
Well, also we get sent out there like that. Hey, this Kennedy's getting to be a little too.
what about
you know.
Orton? He made Orton.
I don't think he made Orton.
No,
I think
but
he
that
helped
was
Orton.
yeah.
He didn't make.
So
Orton.
in the documentary, Orton said early in his feud with Taker, he got him pretty good on accident.
Mm.
And after the match, in the back, Taker was like,
gonna get
"Don't
you
worry,
back."
you're
Yeah.
yours is coming."
Yeah.
So
you'll get
it
back.
was a
You'll
couple
get that
years.
receipt.
It was a couple months or a couple years, whatever. And then during the Hell in a Cell, Taker was like, "Get ready, kid. Your ticket's coming."
Should have
your
punched him in the face and gone, stupid.
Stupid. Said your receipt's coming. So but that's the respect Taker had on everybody, was they knew that if they fucked up,
There is no one person more respected than the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Other than Vince, probably.
I think,
But
people,
even
Vince is fucked. Is there anyone that says anything bad about Undertaker?
No.
People talk shit on Vince McMahon all the time. I don't think anybody talks shit on Undertaker.
And
It's
Taker
like he's old. He's not going to fight you now. So like,
and Vince at some point gave the streak to Taker and said, "It's up to you when you want to end this thing. It's out of my hands. It's your call."
Well, I didn't.
I still don't roll my eyes at that.
Initially, it didn't start out that way though. It was
No,
just,
but as it grew, Vince gave it to Taker. Like
I think once it hit 6 or 7, something like that, I had heard. Like, and
No,
that's
it
when
was
they were like,
Flair. It was number 10.
okay,
Because
was it
I remember
10?
him
Yeah.
standing on the apron and he like counted with his hand with his fingers, and then he went like that. And that was the last time he would. That's right before he went back to Dead Man.
Okay.
After Flair was back to Dead Man,
Okay.
and then King, what they buried him, right? And then at like Survivor Series,
That's when they started acknowledging now that like he was undefeated.
yeah, it was Flair.
they never
Flair was
really-
the first one that they said that he is whatever.
And that was what, WrestleMania 17?
No,
what do we want?
20?
Are we going to segue into that? Because I got all
Sure,
his Mania
yeah,
matches.
Yeah, go ahead. Which one was Flair? Was it 20?
No, 20 was Kane.
Oh, so then when 19, or
Flair-
he didn't. Compete
Flair
at
was
19.
18.
Okay, so he didn't compete at 19, and then Kane is 20.
17 was Triple H.
No, he
that's
did
right.
19.
What was 19?
That was A-Train and
Big Show tag team.
Oh God, the forgettable. Oh God, the tag team. That's
Seven-
not a match.
17 was Hunter.
He didn't
Yeah,
do
17 was Hunter. Was the first Hunter.
16. He didn't do.
Oh, okay.
That was every man.
that
That was no single
And
match.
that was
yeah,
that was him going away to transition from ministry
to
biker. Because then in Judgment Day, 2001,
That was Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Was the
no,
Hell in a Cell.
no.
I'm getting Hell in a Cell with.
No, he doesn't come. No, it's Judgment Day that he comes back. Armageddon, it's Hell in a Cell, he's in. Judgment Day, he comes back on the bike
Yeah.
and he starts clearing house.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
then
the he's here and then
Mhm.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
Yeah, little
was
vignettes.
fucking-
Those are
the
cool.
little,
That
the little
was-
kids. Yeah.
Move in now, move out, hands up, hands down.
Yeah, that was
Limp Bizkit.
17. He came out to Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
and then I think 18 or 19 was Kid Rock. I don't know.
Ugh.
Yeah, I like Limp Bizkit better.
I did till I seen him in concert.
Yeah.
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 So I can get up to a certain before a certain point. I'm not sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go in order?
Well, let's see
So
if
Who's
we
after
can get him.
Flair? Flair was number 10, right?
You want to start at the beginning? Who's number 1?
Snuka.
Which WrestleMania?
Was
9.
7.
No, 9 was Gonzalez. Right?
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
8 was Jake.
1991. 8 is Jake.
And then we take a dive.
9.
Gonzalez.
9 was Giant Gonzalez.
No 10.
10 is not. Well, don't tell them that. Let them think. Let them figure it out.
10, I knew he did
10,
that
he's
song.
away because he ascended to heaven.
Was that when he came back with Purple
He
Glove?
ascended to heaven.
After the casket match.
He didn't die.
Or was that?
He ascended.
Was he out with the orbital?
That's Mabel. That's after. That's like 96.
That might be another bad opponent, Mabel.
It wasn't my Mania though.
No.
Luckily.
11, that was Bundy.
Yes, unfortunately.
12,
12 gets a little better.
12 was Diesel.
Yep.
13, that was what, a 4-way?
No.
Or was that him and
Yeah,
Sid?
you're close. You're thinking right. The 4-way was before Mania because it's the Rumble where Austin gets eliminated but then comes back in and tosses everybody out, and then they have a 4-way to see who's the actual.
The last 4
Yeah.
guys in the ring.
And it was called In Your House Fatal 4-way. So you're on the right track.
So then 13 was.
But then fuck all of that because then this person that he wrestled wins the belt in a cage match anyway on Raw, so it doesn't matter.
That
None
was-
of this matters.
13 was Sid.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. 13. Think about it. It's the big win of the title at 13, the dead man's number.
I just remember the poster
Yeah.
was
Oh, well, yeah.
like the
I remember the magazine after he won.
see, I remember
I
the
had him.
like the program, I guess it would be.
Mhm.
They had purple faces and it was
No, you're thinking of
Taker.
SummerSlam. That was Brett. That's Cold Day in Hell SummerSlam.
No,
That-
WrestleMania 13 was purple.
it's
Oh, was it?
Brett, Austin, Taker, Sid. It's like the
Oh,
four
well, they
on the
did that
cover.
again for
Oh.
Cold Day in Hell
Yeah, that was
SummerSlam.
That was the cover of the
Highway.
magazine
Yeah.
too.
And then
That-
they did Highway to Hell.
Oh, what the hell, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Austin.
awesome. That was years later. Yeah. Okay, so Sid was 13,
So
14.
14.
14s. Think about the main event.
That was
You want to know the year? Does that help?
I was
I
gonna
tell you
say
the year.
yeah.
So it's 98.
That was Ministry.
Nope. Not
Really?
yet. Not yet.
It's not even Attitude Era yet. 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You could argue that the Monday Night Raw after this Mania started the Attitude
I've
Era.
seen online where they say
Yeah, it's
Austin's
what
promo when he won King of the Ring started the Attitude Era. So.
I could understand that's dumb, but I could understand someone saying that the night this happened and the Raw after.
Was this the Inferno match? No, that was a.
Yeah, it wasn't a Mania match. But
I know 15 on
track. You're on the right track.
Was it Kane?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was Kane.
and it's Boss Man's at 15.
that's where he gets
He's
hurt.
hung.
That one took place in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Local for us. Yep.
He wasn't at 16.
yes.
17 was Triple H
Mm-hmm.
when he got chokeslammed off the thing.
That never happened.
It didn't happen.
18
was Flair.
And that was number 10. That was the
10 and 0.
that was when it finally started getting acknowledged.
19 was the handicap or the tag match, whatever it was.
That was
With-
A-Train.
What the fuck's his name?
Nathan
It
Jones.
was supposed to be
Nathan
Nathan Jones.
Jones.
20 was Kane.
King
And now we
again,
take
yeah.
another
again.
dive. Now we take another dive.
21. That was Orton. Or,
Oh, it was Orton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I was
2005.
Because I
Randy
made
Orton.
some
Okay, so
13.
this one takes a dive.
22 was Mark Henry.
Yes, that's where we take a dive.
23 was Batista. Right.
Yeah.
24. That was Edge. The only thing I remember 24 is Shawn retiring Flair.
Oh, yeah.
25, that was Shawn.
See, I don't remember those. Like, I don't remember numbers. I remember moments. But once we get past
When
like,
I
the
say-
first 15, it's all okay. No, 17.
According to Vince McMahon, they're not numbered anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
20
it's like WrestleMania
25 and
2019.
26 was Shawn.
WrestleMania 2010. Yeah.
Right.
27 and 28 was Triple
Yeah.
H.
When I say the Mania numbers, I think of the logo and then I remember.
I can't remember that.
25, 26. You got 27,
those are
28.
those are
Triple
easy.
H. 29 was Bray.
No,
No, 30 was Bray.
29 was
30
Punk.
was not Bray.
Punk.
I
Oh,
guess
that's right. Bray was after Brock.
That's 21 and 0.
Yep.
So then we know who's
30,
next.
30 was Brock. He ended a
That's
streak,
his loss.
21 and 1.
which according there's
I don't give a fuck what
Yeah.
people say. I don't care.
Taker has respect for Brock. That's why he wanted Brock to end it.
Fuck it.
I
If
don't
there's
know.
any person that could legitimately break the streak at any time they wanted to, it's fucking Brock
But
Lesnar.
here's my
So,
thing: don't have him lose again.
he
He's-
lost
if he
again to a
lost-
guy that they were trying. Okay, like it's gone. What does it matter?
If he lost,
It's
go out.
gone. There is no zero there anymore.
I think it should have been somebody who would make themselves by beating him. Brock was already a made man.
Okay, so if Tom Brady would have only won every Super Bowl he was in, that's one legacy. The fact that he lost some Super Bowls, does that hurt his legacy? No.
But you've built this streak up, and I think as soon as
By
he
accident.
lost, he should have just called it there. Because everybody, that's
No,
what
fuck
all
it.
the fans.
When
were thinking,
Tom Brady
you know?
lost, did he call it quits?
Everybody's happy that he's going.
I'm just saying, when Tom Brady lost, did he call it quits? Okay, I'm done. I can never do this again. And then he wins again. And then he loses again. And did he call it quits then? No. He shook Eli Manning's hand and moved on. You don't look, it's a fucking work. He
Yeah.
lost to two giant names. He didn't lose to fucking Giant Gonzalez.
We didn't get there yet. So after Punk,
Oh,
after
yeah,
Brock
sorry.
is what?
It's Bray.
Bray's 31.
So 32.
hand jerking.
That was
Roman.
no.
Oh no.
That was in Texas. trying to remember. I don't. 32.
It's an easy match to forget.
Yeah. Oh, was
Was
that
that
the
Cena?
Oh,
Was that Cena? That was.
Was that
easy
Elias?
match to no. Elias was with Cena.
Oh.
You're mixing up that Cena came out for Elias. They did the Drifter versus the
Yeah.
rapper. Yeah. And then he sat there
32.
for a little while. Yeah, who? I don't even know. 32.
Shane McMahon.
Oh, you said that earlier, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell, yeah.
So I mean, it's easy to forget.
Yeah, because it was stupid. It had no real story. It was like a 3-week build.
It was just to get Taker on the card.
Yeah, exactly. And so Shane McMahon, because apparently Shane McMahon is really in business for himself.
Yeah.
So
all he does is shit off high places.
He's a crash test dummy.
yeah,
He's a crash test dummy,
got
not Foley.
3 more yet.
not Foley or Jeff Hardy. He's a bad version of both of them.
32 was Shane. 33, 34, and 35 then, right? 33.
33,
No, one of
34,
them-
36.
Yeah, one of them he takes a year off.
So 36 was AJ.
It's the last one, yeah.
34 was Roman.
Yeah. No,
33
yeah.
was Roman.
Oh,
33 is Roman.
Who
yeah.
the fuck was 34? Was that Cena?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's technically a match.
Yeah.
Technically.
That was the scene. I don't have anything to do with Mania.
Yeah, he was sitting in the front row, and
Yeah.
then he jumped in the ring.
Yeah, and
Taker
he
came
got
out.
squashed.
Yeah,
See, the end of his
So 25-2 was his overall.
the end of the
record.
Mania streak was like the beginning of it
It's
was great.
names,
Like,
but
it's
not
better
great
opponents,
matches. Yeah.
Taker back then was towards the end.
What do you think? So, okay, take the Shawn matches away because that's going to be everyone's greatest, Mania match. What's his best, like, feud, like, build, opponent? Like, the match was good, the build was good, everything was good.
Punk,
Orton.
Punk or Orton.
Punk and Orton at the same time.
Punk or Orton. I'd agree.
I don't agree.
Bray was dumb
Punk,
because Bray
Punk was a
just
disappointment because I was at that Raw.
So the reason I say Punk is because of Punk's ability to build that story. He had the urn. He had that whole thing.
Okay, just because Paul Bearer died doesn't mean he made a great promo out of it. He just got Paul Bearer happened to die, so he was given a golden platter of something to work with.
But
I'm just saying.
the
like,
reason I
Punk's
say
not as-
the reason I say
like
Orton,
Punk, but he's not as great as people make him out.
the reason I agree with Joe on Orton is that was like a 2-year-long feud.
I do like the Orton one,
and that was
good.
Legend Killer
They
Orton.
had a Hell in a Cell match.
They did.
They had all different types
His,
of
And I
matches.
was
his
just gonna
dad
say that.
had whatever it was.
Hepatitis.
He put him in a casket, lit it on fire. Taker showed up at Survivor Series when Orton was the lone survivor.
He
That was
also
a
played
great
mind games with him. He made him see his own father bleed in Maggle.
That was
That's my JBL. I don't know.
Orton and
It was like Dusty JBL together.
Orton and Taker was like a great long feud. I think that was a really good.
Yeah,
build.
that's why I said
But
that.
14, Kane.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a great like.
I
you had
liked
Paul Bearer talking about this person. You don't know who it is. Is it even a real thing? And then he shows up and he's just fucking. I'm sorry. There's something about Kane's debut that will go down as my favorite fucking debut ever. He looked amazing.
Ripped the
He
door off the
scared
cage.
fuck out of me.
I forget that Kane match. I remember the WrestleMania 21.
I talked about it at school the next day for fucking hours. Like anybody, hey, what do you want for lunch? Fucking Kane showed up. Did you see it?
Was that's Shawn and Taker?
Yeah, it's hell of a cell. It's bad blood. I think.
And Kane rips off the cage
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
See, for me, I forget that Kane match. I remember the WrestleMania 20 match.
The build was just like, holy fuck, they're not. He will never fight his brother.
I remember that they
It's
had
his
an
own
Inferno
flesh
match,
and blood.
but I don't remember that
Inferno
Mania
match is
match. That's when they put the drum on Paul Bearer.
But I don't know, man. There's something about that. As much as I don't really like Kane that much, but it's that fucking debut and that run.
Was that a year long?
No.
Or just a couple
I don't know
months?
about how long Paul Bearer was talking about.
They were like feuding, and then they were together, and then
'Cause
they were
really,
feuding,
like-
and then
No, because I was trying to think when Bad Blood and between Bad Blood.
Well, Bad
and
Blood was in
Mania.
October,
Okay,
so but that's when he
I
showed
mean,
up.
it was in what, March or April that year?
Yeah,
So about
either
6
one.
months.
Yeah.
But then you also had Paul Bearer building up Kane before he debuted,
So that's and like
and Paul Bearer because really that was an offshoot of Paul Bearer's turn on Taker at SummerSlam the year prior when he with Royal Room Brawl he hit Taker with the urn, and then it was like,
He had like a little stable going for a little while.
yeah, Jared, can you tell me who was in Paul Bearer's stable to take down the Undertaker?
who was Paul Bearer's stable?
It did not have a name. At least not that I know of.
I just remember Kane and Undertaker.
Nope, this is before Kane debuted. When Paul Bearer turned on the Undertaker after SummerSlam, what 3 guys? It's 3. I'll tell you how many. Although like JBL and Hunter kind of like helped bury him at one point, but who were the 3 guys that were main stable for Paul Bearer?
Dudley Boys.
Jesus fucking Christ. Do you know what year we're in?
I honestly don't remember.
You know 2 of the 3 of these guys. I have told you about the other guy, but he did not wrestle under that name.
I don't know.
Okay, one was Mankind.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah, that was him and Taker Boiler Room.
The one you probably don't know
And then
was Terry Gordy, but he was called the Executioner.
Yes,
Yeah, I
Terry
have
Gordy
no
and,
idea who the
and
fuck that
Gold
is.
Dust.
And didn't he have Vader? Or Vader was just helping?
That was later.
Oh.
That had nothing to do with Undertaker.
I don't remember Terry Gordy or Gold Dust.
Nobody does because he was only there like a month.
I don't remember Gold Dust either.
But he got a
3
figure out of
appearances
it.
or something.
Which, if anybody ever finds that Executioner figure, that's the only Jax I want.
He showed up and helped bury him, and then he had a one-on-one in your house, and he was gone.
One match. It's
because Vince wanted Freebird Terry Gordy, and he got past his prime.
I believe his kid died. So this was kind of like a reach out and give him something to do type guy. Look, he's going through some rough shit, but he wasn't the same.
Get some money in his pocket.
He's not Freebird, and he's not Miracle Violence Connection anymore.
Yeah, he was just done.
Miracle Violence Connection is him and Steve Williams. Dr. Death.
Dr. Death. I remember Mankind.
That was in what, Mid-South?
WCW, New Japan. I don't think ever Mid-South. Maybe Mid-South, but not that I know.
So what do you think his longest match was at Mania? Just Mania. As far as time.
It's probably one of the Hunter or Shawn matches.
It was Shawn and him first.
They're all the same match, so I don't know.
I'm going to say
him
26.
and Shawn 25. I think that was like almost 27 minutes.
You're close. 25 was 30 minutes and 44 seconds.
Wow.
But he has a match that was longer than that.
The Hell in the Cell.
Second, him and Hunter.
Oh, that's what Shawn has the
28. I went 30 minutes and 50 seconds. So by 6 seconds, it's a longer match.
Really? Because his 17 felt really long. Well, they did a lot of walk and brawl, so I fucking hate that. Yeah. Although that's what a Hell in a Cell match is too. It's
17 was 18 minutes.
It felt like a half hour. That match is not very good.
His shortest match is Snuka, 4 minutes. 4:20.
Giant Gonzalez went longer than
Gonzalez went more than 4 minutes.
7:30.
King Kong Bundy went more than 4 minutes.
Him and Jake were what?
King Kong was shorter than Giant Gonzalez.
Jake went 6 minutes, 36 seconds. Okay. Bundy was 6:36.
Jake went shorter than Giant Gonzalez.
I wonder though, what do they count that bell to bell, or do they because he comes back out in the Giant Gonzalez match? Are they counting that whole thing as a match? Because I thought the Giant Gonzalez match was really fast.
So did
but
I.
But again, he gets knocked out and then taken out, and then he comes back down, to attack him.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be, I don't know, but fuck.
He's only had 2 submissions. The rest are all pinfalls.
Well, they both
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one was
Batista. No, Mark Henry. When did he start using that? I don't know.
That was Kali era, I think.
One was Punk. I think. No,
Punk was pinfall.
Punk's not tapping.
It was Edge.
That makes sense.
And the first Triple H. Well, the first Triple H after Shawn.
Oh, I was gonna say
WrestleMania 27.
I was gonna say he does the thing off that's not a submission. Okay,
that's his 2 submissions. They're all pinfalls.
Sorry, let's say fucking
Gonzalez was DQ. Gonzalez was DQ.
Yeah, Gonzalez was a DQ.
That whole match should have been DQ'd. Ugh.
That was the only DQ, right?
No. Didn't the tag match go DQ? Well, technically it was a handicap match. Didn't that get DQ'd?
It says pinfall.
Oh, okay.
Randy Orton was the first time
hanging Boss Man didn't get a DQ.
That was a hell of a
cell. He hung him after he beat him.
Randy Orton says
is the
Edge and
Christian
opponent to challenge the streak.
Yeah, that's what another reason.
And was he the year after?
Orton is by then he's 13.
Oh, so they just acknowledged it.
21.
They acknowledged it, but that's what Orton was.
He's
I'm taking
on his way up,
and it makes sense because he was a legend killer.
For a belt, it was I just want to end your streak. Yeah,
Taker went up to people.
But didn't the original feud start for the belt? Wasn't it Randy's title run? So he had lost it by then
when he beat that guy whose name we can't say.
Yeah,
that one, his first one.
Yeah,
that was 2005.
He lost that to Hunter.
Yeah, he lost it to Hunter. Yeah,
that was Yeah.
Remember get kicked out of Evolution and then
No, I don't really remember. It,
Yeah, 'cause
those are the years.
that's when
See, those are the years that
he was
blur.
on Batista's shoulders
Yeah,
and
and
Triple
Hunter was
H
like,
was
yeah,
like,
Yeah. But so he lost it then?
he lost it to Hunter,
yeah, he only had like a month or two.
which
or
I think
something like that.
branched Hunter off, and then Orton went with Taker.
Yeah. So Orton.
Well, no, Hunter eventually branched off with Batista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orton. I think after he lost the belt, it was. See, WrestleMania
So wait a
20
minute.
was.
Did Orton turn face, or did he just get like kicked out of Evolution but still stay heel?
No, he turned face.
He was when?
face
Who
for
the
a little
fuck did he
bit.
wrestle as a face?
He went after Hunter.
Hunter.
To get the.
Okay.
Batista, Flair, like he was fighting
Okay.
Evolution.
That's not really face. That's just getting your revenge.
Yeah, but
Who the fuck did he wrestle as a face?
Because Benoit was a face.
Benoit. But that was a triple threat, wasn't it?
No.
Oh no, Benoit won.
But
in the
Orton was a
triple threat.
heel then
Sorry.
Yeah.
because he was in Evolution.
Right.
So WrestleMania 20
So
was.
he was a heel and then got his revenge. Well, tried to get his revenge on Evolution and then just went back to being a heel. So he never actually had a transfer of a face.
I don't think he ever was like slapping hands. I'm a face. It was just more like
That Legend Killer was heel.
I'm still a
Oh, yeah,
heel.
of
I just
course.
don't like these other heels.
So, but that started before Orton went solo.
Yeah, he was Legend Killer
So-
in Evolution.
Yeah, WrestleMania
Because
20
it
was Evolution and Rock and Solid.
Right, exactly.
So
Well,
that's
Evolution minus Hunter.
Yeah, so that's the punt Foley down the
Yes.
steps.
Yep, exactly. That's where I remember it too. So
Yeah.
we're on the same wavelength there.
So, I'm
Yeah,
trying
because
to
20
think-
is Sean Hunter Benoit,
yes,
How dare you?
and then Eddie won
Yeah.
his match too. Yeah,
Eddie and
Brock.
Angle.
Oh yeah. Eddie and Angle.
Eddie and Brock was no way out.
'Cause they
That's where
celebrated at
Eddie
the
got
end.
the belt.
Yeah.
although when you see it now, it's just
So
Eddie
I'm trying to
celebrating.
think, because that's only a year apart.
Do they really cut him completely out of the celebration?
You'll see Eddie with his hands up and the
No.
confetti, but you don't see.
I gotta go look at that.
these.
That was my background picture for
Hmm.
like you used to put desktop pictures and shit. It was for fucking ever.
I have the
Them two celebrating.
encyclopedia, the first one. It says Triple H lost the belt in a triple threat match with Shawn Michaels. So it
Yeah.
says.
I'm trying to remember, because that was only a year between 20 and Taker match at 21. So between that year, he won the belt, lost the belt, and then feuded with Taker.
Mhm.
But that Taker feud was forever.
Yeah, you're right.
Because when did he put him in a casket?
Survivor Series.
No, Taker came back at Survivor Series.
Oh. That I don't probably like No Mercy or
Because
something.
he had to be out for a couple months at least. Because he came back with facial hair.
They have a
and
big
whatever.
match at SummerSlam. Did that really drag on that long?
I don't know.
And that was a long feud.
Wow.
It was long. It was years. It was like it meant more than a year.
But 20 and 21, I feel like Orton faced Hogan somewhere in there.
Did he? Oh yeah, didn't he kiss Brooke?
Yeah.
He was
That whole
supposed to
Legend Killer
RKO
gimmick.
her or something, and Orton's like, I'm not doing that. So they changed it to a kiss or something.
Yeah.
That whole Legend Killer was great. That was a
It
great
really
Orton.
was.
Yeah.
But I can't
And
remember.
it's something they
where
can
that
bring
started.
back anytime they want.
And
Yeah.
that was again, that's another match. Even though Orton lost, made Orton really because he went toe to toe with the Undertaker.
I really
was pretty
I'm
close to
really
beating
curious to see who inducts Taker. And also, I would love, like, I know they're not going to do it. I mean, I hope they would.
Oh,
but-
that's what you're missing. I'm looking here. It says, at the age of 24, became the youngest world champion.
right.
He departed from Evolution and feuded with his former stablemates. In 2006, he joined forces with Edge and raided RKO,
It's a huge jump, though.
and they held the World Tag Team Championship. So
Yeah, but that was after Taker.
So, but what he's saying is that's his next title run. After losing that belt, the next title he held.
Because it was rated RKO versus DX.
Yeah, right. Stupid.
in 2007, he became the.
Well, it was rated RKO and the Spirit Squad versus DX and Shane and Vince
So the feud
and
between
Mike Knox. Is that guy in this match?
Who was that guy?
We were there.
So the feud between Orton and Taker, according to this, started for WrestleMania 21.
Oh, okay.
March 2005.
So
Orton
it
challenged
went
Taker.
through. So that was the first match of the
Oh,
feud.
hold on. The two brawled multiple times before the pay-per-view and delivered several promos to hype up their feud.
But then the feud that happened with the setting him on fire and shit, that happened after Mania.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, yeah, it would have to.
Yeah.
That makes
Because
sense.
that would have made sense then,
That
because he
would-
couldn't kill the legend of
Yeah.
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
But he could at the lower pay-per-views. And
They should have done that twice in a row. They should have went Mania to Mania with that. They could have. It was good enough.
Fucking Mark Henry.
I wonder why they never brought Orton back. He wrestled Hunter 3 times, Sean twice, Kane 3 times. Why not
It
have
was
him wrestle
rumored that
Orton again?
he was going to do that, but I guess just never.
I heard back then that Vince wanted Batista to end the streak.
Oh God!
And they left up the Taker, and then Batista said, "No, I don't want to do that."
Well, Edge was the same thing.
I was gonna say, honestly, everybody else would probably say no, except for Brock Lesnar because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He's here for money.
I'd heard that about Cena too.
Yeah, lots of people have been, and they all say, "No, I'm not going to end the streak." Hell no, man.
Brock Lesnar doesn't give a fuck. He's not a wrestling fan. He does not care.
They offered that to Edge, and Edge said no.
Will I get paid more if I end the streak? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll fucking do it.
Edge's sale pitch was, "What do I accomplish from that? I'm already a star. What would that do for me if I end the streak?"
But Brock doesn't watch wrestling. He's not a fan of wrestling. This is a job.
Brock now, though,
I want to watch. I have not watched the Pat McAfee interview.
He opened up a lot.
It seems the clips I've seen. I was asking, what do you might know? You're better at NFL. Did they play together at all? Why does he like Pat McAfee so much?
I don't know. I think it's just
they're just football players. Like technically,
I mean, Brock was in the league for like 2 weeks. So
no, it was longer than that.
No, he was on the practice squad.
Yeah, he went through training camp and practice squad. Yeah. Well.
But so on the Pat McAfee show, Brock opened up a lot. He said he deals with anxiety. So
it's not that he doesn't like people; it's just the anxiety.
Well, I also don't think he likes people.
He's awkward. I think he said.
Yeah.
This is what I've told you. Remember, I think it was the Ric Flair documentary or something about Flair talking when he opened up, and I told you guys, I was like, it's so fucking crazy to think. We think you're Ric fucking Flair. How do you have anxiety and depression? And like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. You're Ric Flair. But everybody goes through that shit. You know, I'm sure Undertaker, he's doubted himself. There's that clip of him. I think it's before Roman.
That's why he took time off, because he didn't think he could.
It was before Roman. And he's like, Brock is there with him. And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, you're the fucking Undertaker. And he hits
that
him,
was Hunter, yeah.
No, this is the Brock clip. It's a Brock clip, and it's before Undertaker's going out. Brock had already wrestled, but he's kind of just like he's kind of standing there with Taker. You can see he's like dousing water, so he must have just wrestled. And Taker's sitting there waiting for his cue, and he's like, you can hear him talking to Brock, and Brock's like, "You're fucking Undertaker, you got this," and he fucking hits him. It sounds like a hard fucking hit too, and which I believe anything coming from Brock Lesnar as a friendly gesture is probably extremely hard.
Yeah.
It would probably separate your shoulder if you had to run back.
And one of the years prior to that, it was Triple H too, where Triple H went up when Taker was sitting, and he went to his ear and he said, "You're the fucking dead man. You're the Undertaker. Why?"
I think that was after he had lost to Brock the next year or something. He's like, nobody wants to see me or something. Triple H is like, "You're the fucking Undertaker."
Think about all the everything that's happened in his final matches, even Saudi Arabia, have all been, well, fucking Goldberg dropped him. Like, it wasn't Taker's fault.
Yeah.
Like, that was shit because Goldberg was shit.
And that tag match was shit because Shawn and Triple H haven't worked in forever.
Well, not all three of them. All four of them don't really work. Yeah.
But and at one point, the fans, we knew his time was up. He should have stepped away.
Yeah.
But we, as fans, also knew that he could have one last match.
So, if you were to one last match, anyone ever, who is it going to be? Don't fucking say Sting. I don't get it.
That was the most popular.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone wanted that match.
Makes no sense. It's just because of the gimmicks. It makes absolutely.
That's why I feel with Bray. Oh, Bray's a spooky character.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
Undertaker.
One last match, someone he probably hasn't had.
Let's say at this year's WrestleMania. He's getting into the Hall of Fame.
Living or dead, past or present?
No. Let's say 50 years in the future, he got. I'm talking about sci-fi. I'm talking. I'll put one out there. We can't use it, even though it's the one that comes up in my head. Taker has said that this is the person that he most wanted to work with and never got to, Andre. So you can have Andre in his prime versus Taker in his prime. that's a fantasy matchup. Who would yours be? It's Taker versus anybody at any point, any prime.
That's a really good one.
It's really, yeah. I mean, it spans a distance of guys.
Every time I think of somebody, I'm like, no, he wrestled him.
Brody?
I don't know enough about Bruiser Brody.
Oh, yeah. I was just about to say Brody, not Brody Lee. Brody. When I say Brody, I mean Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, I knew that too.
I think that would be fucking cool.
So
I think that for me, that would be something. He might have wrestled him as
for
like
me
Mark.
at WrestleMania, I would say Foley.
John and I were talking about this. How has he never fucking wrestled Foley at WrestleMania?
They feuded for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like we said.
Yeah, I would say Foley.
A ton of Foley's greatest moments happened with the Undertaker.
And none of them at Mania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
be
good
me.
one.
It's like they would end the feud, go to Mania, and then after Mania, he's back to Foley again.
Exactly.
Foley never got a Mania moment. That's why he wanted that.
Put Edge through the fucking flaming table.
Well, that's why
Oh,
that match happened, because Foley never had. I mean,
Well,
the
he had
handicap with Evolution.
He had
but that
a
wasn't-
big man in every corner. He main evented a Mania.
Yeah.
Remember that WrestleMania 2000 or whatever.
But for him, that wasn't a Mania moment. That was Edge was a Mania moment because I was.
And he was put in a dumpster in 14.
Oh yeah, Road Dogg.
Or no, he put them in a dumpster. That's right. They won that match.
Outlaws.
I'm back.
That was him and Funk, right?
Yeah.
Chainsaw Charlie.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. That's the only thing I,
I mean,
remember
think,
from that Mania.
He
That's a good
wrestled
one.
Hogan.
Oh, and Austin Sean.
Yeah.
He wrestled Warrior. Like, think of that era that we wrestled, and then
He did wrestle Warrior, but never on TV, I don't think. That was only house shows.
wasn't he on? I thought they have a little feud.
Yeah, but I think it was only on house show. I don't think they made it to TV
And him and Macho never had a.
because they tagged then too.
Him and Macho never had a feud or a run
That's a good one. That would be a good pick. I
because
don't
he
think
was he was
so.
involved in that,
Mhm.
but he went after Jake.
right. He turned face.
Yeah, to help Macho, but him and
Yeah.
Macho never had a.
Probably not.
This is probably dumb, but what if for the Taker and Foley match, they both had multiple gimmicks?
Stupid, but yes, it would be funny.
It would be fun.
Every level of the cage, they change characters.
Doomsday Cage.
There you go.
That's a cinematic
There
match.
you go.
Oh my god. Okay. No. This just made me think of another little fantasy booking. Undertaker leaves to WCW in 1998. Who does he feud with first? Does he go right after Hollywood?
At that time, it would have to be Goldberg.
Fuck Goldberg.
Well, Goldberg might be able to pick him up then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at least he
Not
would
now
jump
he's
at
old.
that point.
But probably Hogan would have wanted to bring him in to beat him like he did Warrior.
Of course. Always gotta get your shit back.
Yeah. Gotta get my win back, brother.
Oh, Hogan doesn't like him though. He dropped him on his head apparently, even though he's fucking inches from the mat. I've seen that match
Yeah,
100 times.
Was that the
He-
chair?
Yeah, he's nowhere near it.
His head's protected.
There's no fucking way.
He
He's
didn't
a
like
fucking cunt.
he didn't like jobbing
Yeah.
He is a cunt.
because he didn't like Warrior either.
No.
Did he say after he went to back to the division, you're gonna regret that, giving him the belt over me? And then a year later, Hogan's got the belt again.
I think he should feud with Mortis. It would be cool. It would look cool. Do you know Mortis? Do you know Kenny was supposed to do the Mortis gimmick in WWE when he came over from the invasion?
I'm surprised you didn't say it, Marty Jannetty.
You got me early. Yeah, I was waiting for the end of the show. It's fine. It's whatever.
For some reason, I
I was gonna wrap up the whole fucking thing with come full circle. Marty Jannetty comes back down from ascending and challenges Taker for one last match. Winner gets the rat. I don't know.
for some reason, when I think of Taker, I think it was really cool with Mordecai because it was the
Kevin fucking Vampire dude.
Kevin Thorne.
Kevin Vampire
Because-
dude.
Undertaker Black.
They
Kevin
You
Thorne's
know
white.
they brought him in for that reason.
when
Yeah.
we were at Icons, do you remember me saying to you and TJ, who the fuck comes dressed up like Kevin Thorne? That was Kevin Thorne.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think
didn't
TJ
realize
was
it
the one
him.
that said, "Oh no, that actually is."
No, he didn't know.
Oh really?
No, yeah, he was like, I guess people just dress up. Yeah. I did not
When I
know
went
he
for
was
Brit.
so much smaller. Yeah, right. Exactly. I saw him later when I was walking around.
Yeah.
But he was just walking around. So I thought somebody came up.
Some cosplay.
Exactly. Was like really excited to meet Kevin Thorne because I knew he was there, but this guy didn't look like him. He wasn't big. He was really small. Like he's not built anymore.
When I went to meet Britt, I saw Kevin Thorne. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad. I felt bad when I realized it was him. I was like, oh shit, I hope he didn't hear me.
So, to your Mania question, an opponent, I'd say The Rock.
He never wrestled.
Yeah,
well, he
that's-
did wrestle The Rock.
In
Was it at
corporate
Mania?
ministry.
But no, I'm not talking about Mania. I'm talking about just a guy he's never wrestled. That's why I picked Brody.
See, I don't remember a Rock match though.
I'm sure he did.
But in that attitude, like I said, all everyone goes is
Yeah.
Austin Rock.
They were
but
fucking tag
all-
champions. They probably broke up and had 5 matches.
Hunter,
Yeah.
Foley, they all intermixed the 5 of them.
Rock in the prime.
Did
and
he ever
Taker in the
wrestle
prime,
Billy
though.
Gunn?
Oh my god.
Billy Ass. Bill Ass.
Billy Ass and the
Bill
Ass
Ass.
Boys.
I'm glad you guys are getting on the Danhausen train.
Bill Ass.
There we go. There's
we go,
one.
Danhausen.
There's one. There's one right there. Fucking
Justin got us on Orange Cassidy. He's getting us on the
Have you
Danhausen.
guys checked out? You guys should check out on YouTube. Ethan Page's Toy Hunt.
the vlogs. Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah.
By the
He's
way,
got like Hornswoggle on a lot. Major Bros are on there sometimes.
Danhausen's been on
Yeah,
a couple.
there is no better heel than MJF. I fucking love MJF.
I don't know
dude.
about that.
I love MJF. Even at the signings, he's a prick.
What about like Taker and Shamrock never cross paths?
Why the fuck would you want to? Actually,
I'm just thinking of guys that like were in that era that he never messed with Macho, and they were around
Yeah.
at the same time, but he never crossed paths with
really?
Shamrock.
He never him and Macho.
no, never.
Mm-mm.
Not, unless it was
Really?
house shows.
Unless that we don't know about.
Yeah, but
Steamboat?
what about like Luger?
Which Luger, Narcissist?
Well,
Or
it doesn't matter. He
Patriot
didn't
or-
wrestle Luger. I don't think
I
Yeah.
don't think he ever did.
he wrestled with Luger. He was on the Americans.
That's when he had the
Which for
American
some
flag
fucking
in his
reason-
thing.
Yeah. You had Macho Man come in for the bad guys. You remember this? Do you remember this Survivor Series? And Undertaker comes in for the All American. Why wouldn't you put Macho Man in there? He's done the American thing before.
Yeah.
He's a much better person to put in there. It was just, and then that Survivor Series is what built Taker and Yokozuna. The crowd went crazy when Taker and Yokozuna touched, and then they were like, "Oh, we've got something here. Let's put that match on." for
And then the
Rumble."
bell rang.
Well, it was a cast. That was when he ascended.
Yeah, Yoko had
And
like
then the
8
next
guys.
And then the next Survivor Series is with Chuck Norris.
What about Eddie?
That had to have happened. I don't know. Maybe not.
Like I'm thinking, I don't think him and Benoit ever crossed paths.
Well, they're both the dead man. So
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh,
So is Eddie, so. Okay.
No Sean Stasiak.
We need Planet Stasia.
Why? What the fuck? Where did that one come from?
Invasion. I'm thinking
That's
of the
like something I would say. How do you even know who he
Mike
is?
Awesome.
Mike Awesome. Oh, actually, they might have.
I'm thinking of the Invasion. I'm just thinking
Well,
of, like,
also though
Sean
Stasiak
O'Hare.
they might have. Well, it was probably Stasiak and Palumbo, right? Or was it O'Hare and Palumbo?
it was O'Hare and Palumbo.
Oh, okay. Oh,
But
Stasiak.
Palumbo at that time was kind of like a biker dude, and you can't. have
No, that
two
was
bikers.
after. No.
Oh.
You're thinking you're mixing up your Palumbos. It went from no named invasion guy to Billy and Chuck to women
Jesus
beating
Christ.
biker
Sorry.
Yeah, feuding with Jamie Noble.
because he's
Yeah.
beating someone. I don't remember who he was beating. Who was his
Hmm.
girlfriend?
Was
But
it
he-
Nydia.
Nydia. Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
could have did him and Sean O'Hare. Remember, he was supposed to be like kind of like a devil guy.
Actually, that would've been-
That was with
You-
Piper.
if that gimmick, if they wanted to put him with Piper, which is another one that probably would be good, like 92, 93, Piper versus Deadman. Think of the promos. If the original gimmick of the Sean O'Hare like
Yeah,
Devil's
that's what I was
Advocate
saying.
would have
Yeah.
actually,
I'm not
just
telling you
kept
anything
on-
you don't already know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
actually kept going.
I think that could have
yes.
been pretty good.
I just felt like Piper screwed up and got released.
Yeah,
That why didn't you just keep
But
Sean
also-
O'Hare going?
but also, why was Sean O'Hare even put with Piper? He didn't need someone. He was cutting fine little vignettes.
yeah.
He was essentially Waylon Mercy, which is essentially Bray Wyatt.
What about Vade Hansen?
What?
No,
Who?
no, okay.
Who is that?
Vade Hansen.
Who the fuck is Vade Hansen?
They did one vignette of this guy, Vade Hansen, One vignette. That was it, and he was gone. Literally one vignette on a screen. Never wrestled. They brought him in to wrestle Taker, and that was all he did. Was
Tune
one
in to
vignette.
next week's episode when we recap all of Vade Hansen's career.
You know what you should do? Veer.
I think he might show up.
What
soon.
about
Which again, we might be talking. We're recording this Friday. Saudi Arabia is tomorrow, but we're putting this out a week after because we jumped on this. So
And-
Veer might show up. I don't know.
We're missing Rampage because I was on at 7 tonight.
Yeah, I was on at 7:00.
All-Star
They're worried
game.
about. They're
NBA
worried.
All-Star game, I think it's tonight.
Oh.
yeah.
I thought they were worried about level up.
Level up.
What about Taker and Brett? Have they ever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Many
Yeah.
times.
Well, but we were missing like. I know it would have been like late in career, but why not like Taker and Seth?
It's because Seth should have beat him. Seth is too fucking athletic to job Taker.
No, I'm saying we didn't say Taker had to win. We just said who he would wrestle.
Seth Rollins in 10 years will go down as my favorite wrestler from this era of wrestling.
I mean, he wrestled
Guaranteed.
Roman, so
Yeah.
Seth
Roman's
is in.
not that great.
Well, and I know
Roman's the Cena of what I'll think about 10 years from now.
I know you said they wrestled before, but if both in their prime, him and Flair.
I would have rather, well, yeah, I would. It would have been awesome if like him and Flair feuded in '92 after the belt thing. That would have been cool.
Yeah,
After
'cause
after
they
he
were
wins the
a little
Rumble.
close.
Like what? Like
Little
yeah,
closer
right.
to their
So
primes.
the story is Survivor Series. Taker wins the belt, but Flair interfered. Then Tuesday in Texas, Hogan gets it back. Then they put it up for vacant, and that's why it's
That
at the Royal
Flair
Rumble.
interfered at Tuesday in Texas. He slid the chair in.
No, Tuesday in Texas is after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Undertaker won at Survivor Series 1 year exactly from
Debut.
1 year, not exactly date. To
Not a
date,
calendar
but
year, but
yeah, right.
pay-per-view to pay-per-view.
What about Texas Red and
Shut the fuck up. No. Okay.
and Isaac Yankem?
I think Yankem was Kane.
Yeah. And what is this Texas Red?
That
thing
was
you're saying?
Taker as the Texas Red.
That was
Never
his
heard
original.
Before he was in
Red.
WCW, it was Mean Mark.
Yeah, Mean Mark. Yeah. Okay. I never heard of Texas Red.
That's when it was like WCC.
But yeah, how why did we go from like when Flair wins the belt at Royal Rumble, Taker says, "Well, that's my fucking belt."
Yeah.
So Taker turns face then and wrestles. Why didn't we do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been much better. Taker wasn't really in his prime yet, but Flair fucking was. Flair was okay. There you go. Fucking Taker comes over in '98 and wrestles Flair. Joins the Horsemen. No, he's the final dead Horseman. Do you think they
Well,
would've
no,
kept the gimmick?
actually, that makes sense though, because there are 4 horsemen and one of them
Oh,
is
the
death.
Apocalypse. Yeah, it is a death. Yeah, you're right.
It would
Right.
actually be pretty.
What
I
about
know.
what about him and
I've read-
Shockmaster?
I know my fucking quatrains of Nostradamus.
But we're
Now, do
You
you
guys
know
have
what
no
the-
idea what I'm talking about, do you?
what about
Do you
like,
know what the 4 horsemen are though? Do you know
Uh,
the 4
famine.
famine. Yeah, 4 horsemen of apocalypse. Yeah. Famine, death. No, not destruction. I know famine and death. One is the white horse. That is death because it's supposed to be like a false, like you think this pale white horse is coming to save you, but really it is death. The black one was plague, famine, death,
and war, I think is the other one.
war.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Isn't
That's
that-
how the 4 horsemen got their name. It was just a promo that Arn Anderson cut. Arn Anderson is technically the founder of 4 horsemen because he said, never in the history of the world has there been a more dominant force than since the 4 horsemen or whatever of the apocalypse. So, yeah. So,
So 2022 Hall of Fame. The only one we know so far is Undertaker. Hopefully
As
that's
far
the
as
only
that-
one.
it's
Just-
hard to believe that they would do that, but if anybody deserves it, it would.
Have Taker go up.
Is
do
Kane
his
in the Hall of
speech.
Fame?
Yes, Kane is in the Hall of Fame.
No. Is Paul Bearer is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just do him fucking all right.
Is Kane in? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kane went
is,
in
that's
like a
right.
couple years ago.
He might have gone in the Phantom year.
Mhm.
Like
the COVID
year
year.
that, yeah, the year that didn't happen.
So have Taker go up, do his speech. Afterwards, have even just
No, I
videos.
fucking hate hearing him talk.
he's never even
Yeah.
been to a Hall of Fame.
Well, recently he has.
Really?
Once that documentary came out, I think he
No.
was.
Because he's always been told to stay home, stay in character. He
Yeah.
never went to the Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
he's backstage though,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like on
sitting
camera.
in the crowd.
Have Taker go up, and then afterwards have everybody share stories, play videos.
Is Mark Henry in the Hall of Fame?
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, Mark Henry's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, you could have like Orton's still there, Sean, Triple H. Those guys could all get up and talk.
that would be awesome. Just get like he has like fucking 50.
Get Foley to go up there and talk.
Bring in racist ass Hogan.
Apparently he's not the only racist. We were talking about Randy Orton. I read a thing about Randy Orton. Jeez,
Being racist?
Yeah, I didn't know about
probably
this.
during his drug problems.
You can get Coco because he was the first guy that he got beat
Oh yeah.
in that Survivor Series.
Oh, was he the first one that got pinned?
Yep. And then him and Dusty were fighting. That guy.
In October 2019, Orton received criticism for saying the N-word while playing Call of Duty on a live Twitch stream.
Really?
I never heard of that.
I've never heard that either.
In 2018, he was sued by the makers of WWE 2K.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
His
that's the
tattoos.
tattoo thing.
Yeah.
So the tattoo artist
Yeah, it was the artist.
sued 2K for
Because
putting her tattoos in the game, even though it's on Orton.
Copyright infringement.
So technically, it's his tattoo.
she's just trying to get money. That's shitty.
Like,
did she win or did it just...
No,
I think
don't
it's still
so.
going.
I think
No.
it's still my cheese.
but it's on him. So like,
Yeah, I
So
hate
is he in a game with like no tattoos?
no, he's
that.
in
Nice.
there.
There, yeah.
Cause I remember like the Punk figure didn't have the Pepsi symbol. They got rid of
Well,
that.
that's Pepsi though.
And it was the other one they got rid of was tattoos. If you
Like Cobra Kai.
yeah,
But Orton's tattoos are just skulls and whatever.
But it's her artwork.
Yeah.
So with the announcement of Undertaker, just a question: do you guys think WWE screwed up by announcing it online and not just like say tune in to Raw for a Hall of Fame announcement or something? Because I could have got viewers to their product.
that only spikes the numbers for that quarter hour.
Who cares? It spikes the numbers.
So here's the thing. I wouldn't watch if they just say we're gonna announce a Hall of Fame. All I'm gonna do is check Instagram to
Social
see when they
media.
post it. But now you have my attention. I may want to see if he shows up at Saudi Arabia.
mhm.
You know,
Plus, they get money for every time you click on the link, and
Oh yeah, no, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
they
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I think we're in an era
Their
that you just have to put
television
your shit
product has
out
been
there.
suffering.
There's no more, what's going to happen this week type thing. Tony Khan keeps trying to do it. He just did another one today of, I'm working on something massive. What? You're
next
fucking
week, yeah.
yeah. What are you doing now? Fucking
He said he had a ton of
nothing.
announcements, but
Did you guys watch, or probably you might have saw on Instagram?
Most of my information goes from Instagram.
The Malachi
What?
vignette.
Buddy.
I think
We
that was
talked about
Buddy
this
saying
last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
I thought Buddy or possibly Bray, because he is a little thinner now,
You think
and it's from a
Bray
distance.
would sit second fiddle to Malachi?
I think Bray should be in charge of his own group.
I think Bray will control his own narrative.
yeah.
So is it called CYN?
Yeah.
Or is it called Sin?
CYN Live.
Okay. But
Control
it's
your
called
narrative.
CYN. It's not called Sin.
CYN.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've heard that. You've heard someone say it, not read it.
I've just read it.
So, okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Are they calling it CYN or are they calling it Sin?
CYN makes sense because it's control your narrative.
But
it's
Sin
an
sounds
anagram,
good.
I guess it is, or whatever.
Sin
Oh,
sounds
that's
cool. EC3
EC
and
and-
Adam
yeah. I've heard it. I've
Who just
heard.
to show me a picture of earlier? I
Dude,
didn't know who it
looks
was.
unrecognizable.
And
Jeez.
Killer Cross.
I've heard several things where it's called
Cross,
control your narrative. So
Yeah, it's called Control Your Narrative. But like,
And they have a TV deal, which it'll probably be like Destination America or some shit. I don't know.
well, who knows? I don't know.
Good for them, I guess.
Rumors are Austin Aries and Flip Gordon are also going to be part of it.
So Ring of
well,
Honor.
there ain't nothing if they don't get the human tornado.
Ring of Honor is apparently coming back.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna unveil a new logo.
Oh. What?
Sorry.
What?
I'm reading about Undertaker and his Texas Red,
Uh-huh.
but he in World Class Championship Wrestling, Texas Red lost to Bruiser Brody at the Dallas
Oh,
Auditorium.
damn.
So there you go.
All right.
So Ring of Honor is gonna have a new logo. Gonna have touring again. So Ring of Honor seems to be coming back.
Mhm.
Which we all hoped because they still have a champion, and but
I'm really looking forward to seeing who the next and last Hall of Fame guy is. I think it should be Nigel.
yeah, who is
but
it?
how do you?
It's Joe.
Briscoes, Joe, and Brian. How do you top this as your last
Punk.
announcement? It's got to be Punk almost. I want it to be Nigel, but I don't think to American wrestling fans.
Or maybe even Seth. Tyler Black.
Nah, I don't think he did enough.
Forbidden Door.
No, that's not going to happen.
Um,
I mean, yes, he was instrumental, but like Nigel and Punk were much bigger stars.
It
could also be, I said Christopher Daniels maybe too.
Or Jay Lethal.
Or Jay Lethal. Yeah, I was just thinking Jay Lethal.
Should he be Hall of Fame though? I mean, he's still active. Although so is Punk.
One of the best ROH champions.
Not better than Nigel.
I don't remember Nigel.
I know you don't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's hard to say that he should be the last guy because American fans or younger fans won't know. So like,
when you say ROH, Punk, Joe,
Punk
Brian
signed his WWE contract on the ROH belt. It's amazing. But Daniels also did a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And that's the ROH, like some of their early stuff. Like John and I were talking one day, like much like with Impact, there's a lot of stuff that like you just forget, you know.
Jamie Noble.
It wasn't on TV, you know, and if it's not on TV, like
Steve Corino, Mike Bennett. There's a lot of guys who I think could be Hall of Famers for them.
I'm surprised they didn't have a Hall of Fame earlier.
I mean, they're trying. They're trying now.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be more relevant than Impact's
Hall
of Fame.
I was going to say, who's in the Impact Hall of Fame? Mickey James?
Dudley's,
and Christian. That's it?
No AJ, no.
Yeah, right.
no, I think Sting's in there.
Oh, is Sting in it? Maybe Mickey James isn't in it.
So more recent people, not AJ. Christopher Daniels, not
Gail Kim.
Oh,
not Samoa Joe. Fucking Sting.
Hey, all right. Dixie Carter personally chose Christian. She could have had anybody. She chose Christian.
Trade happened for Christian and Ric Flair. Equal on all fronts.
Richard was like, anybody we want from WWE. You want Christian? We could have had Cena and Orton.
The only one that was untouchable was Taker.
Undertaker, yeah. Richard tried to talk around.
No, I think there was more. I think it's like Cena too. Like there was other ones, but still, fucking Christian.
After WCCW, he went to Continental Wrestling Association. Undertaker, I'm talking about. Sorry, pronouns, pal. Where he wrestled as the Master of Pain, a character who was fresh out of the United States Penitentiary after serving 5 years for killing 2 men in a fight.
So he was Nails.
That was his character.
Well, he looks like it.
He was managed by Dutch Mantel.
Wow.
He lost to, surprise, surprise, Jerry Lawler.
Oh, well, yeah. Everybody loses to Jerry Lawler.
Terry Funk came up with the Mean Mark Callis name.
Oh, yeah?
Terry Funk's not doing so well. That's a shame.
And, I mean, Kurt Angle's brother. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
But Foley, I guess, spent some time with Funk, so that's good to hear.
He left.
Who did Eric, right? Eric Angle?
That was the one that came in
versus
briefly.
Undertaker, did he? Yeah.
I was gonna say, so who did he?
Twin?
So he wrestled. Like he was in a match with Brock Lesnar. Who did he do that? They did a switcheroo in TNA too. Who was it?
I don't remember.
Joe, probably.
Maybe.
I remember Angle having a lot of matches with
But
Joe.
either way, Eric, I believe his name was Eric, wrestled Taker and Brock Lesnar and someone in TNA. Technically. What a Hall of Fame career.
I mean, that's more than Joe Malenko did.
Who the fuck is
it's Dean's brother.
It looks like Dean.
It's Dean's brother. I'm not joking. You think I was
joking?
I
know, but I'm saying,
like his dad was a wrestler too.
I didn't know that. I have no idea who the fuck Joe Malenko is.
You thought I was joking?
It's Calloway left WCW because head booker Ole Anderson told him no one's ever going to pay to watch you wrestle.
That's been said. Yes, no one's ever going to pay to watch.
Hogan recommended him to Vince because they were in Suburban Commando together.
Commando, right?
And he wrestled Lex Luger for the NWA US Championship.
Okay, but I am talking about Undertaker.
Okay, I'm just saying
because that guy tagged with Dan fucking Spivey,
the skyscrapers.
Yeah.
He took over for Sid, it said originally.
Yes, which is why
Sid was hurt.
People don't like associate that enough. Taker's big WrestleMania match to win the belt at WrestleMania happened between the two skyscrapers.
Came
Said
full
him-
circle.
Yeah.
Him and Sid were never the team.
It should have been a triple threat. Fucking Waylon Mercy should have been in
He
there.
replaced Sid.
Yeah.
It was him and Spivey.
Yep.
And then Spivey left.
Spivey left, and then they had a masked man who was, I've looked it up. He's a no-name guy.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was in good shape, Waylon Mercy.
Waylon Mercy.
Spivey.
Yeah, exactly. I loved Waylon Mercy.
So
I think he was supposed to work with Taker eventually. It just didn't work
Yeah,
out.
well, because of his
Yeah.
knees and stuff. He was,
But Dan Spivey doesn't get enough credit. Like, he helps a lot of guys. He runs a rehab program.
oh, nice. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
not only just drug, but rehabilitation of surgery too.
Oh, how can we forget about one of the best feuds Taker has had? DDP.
Sure. Maybe it would have been better if it was Michelle McCool.
Look, I know a thing or two about stalking, okay? And
Yeah, we know you know.
that was terrible.
So
Yeah.
Taker is the first inductee into the Hall of Fame, which that should have been the last inductee announced, to be honest. So
You know what?
I said that to John too.
I just realized something. Michelle McCool is going to go in the Hall of Fame, isn't she?
She's in the Rumble every year and wins.
That's what you get for being Taker's wife.
Who you know, it's who you blow.
Yeah. Well, Taker deserves it. We all feel that
Oh,
way.
hell yeah, definitely.
I
mean-
I forgot he had that match with Bulldog. The one in your house, wasn't it? Beware of Dog or something?
No,
Taker.
Beware of Doll was
Him
Bulldog
and
Brett.
Sean.
No, Brett.
Oh, yeah.
Brett.
40 plus years in the business, right? For Taker.
Yeah, easily.
According to Wikipedia's debut was 1987.
Yeah.
So
Holy shit.
yeah.
It's an unprecedented career. No one will ever top it, no matter what they do. No one will ever
That
take
gimmick should have never gotten.
No one will
over.
ever eat shit in WCW, come to WWE, get what should have been shit, should have been a one-off gimmick.
Mhm.
And
Well, in the
make
80s
it-
that worked, but then as
Not in the
wrestling
90s.
changed, that shouldn't have gone, and it went.
it was acceptable in the 80s.
Yeah.
He tweaked it a little each time, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
why we've always
That's
said
why he's so relevant.
it's
Yeah.
why Undertaker changed with times. He went away at key points where he didn't get stale, and if he was getting stale, he'd go away.
I mean, fucking Ministry. And then he did the
And if you
biker.
think about it, when he went away,
Um,
he wasn't usually going to for long. It was just long enough that like
Yep.
you missed him.
He could grow his
Exactly.
hair out, or he
Yeah.
could dye his hair, or, you know.
And he wasn't overexposed. I mean, he was on a lot early in his career, but
Well,
then
I mean,
was
the
like-
first time he went away, though, he just like went around getting coffin-shaped donuts and sliding down slides. Just go look at the fucking promos for the return of Taker. You'll understand what I'm saying.
And he was protected. He always stayed.
I think it
Vladimir
was an accident.
Kozlov beat him on SmackDown.
I think it was an accident. I think Undertaker was a happy accident. I think nothing will ever come close to it again because everybody's going to compare it to the Undertaker.
Yeah.
I think Undertaker flew just below the sun, just enough to not get burned. Where like we said, they didn't acknowledge that streak until not 10 years, but 10 matches in. They didn't realize they had this thing.
Like they were
And
going
someone
back.
one
Oh
day
shit,
was
he's
just like,
undefeated.
holy fuck, he hasn't lost a match.
Yeah.
How did it go like this?
Yeah.
It just happened that way.
Yeah.
He didn't get a DQ win from Giant Gonzalez because they said then, oh, this guy's gonna never lose at WrestleMania. That wasn't a thing.
And
They
he-
didn't know that.
And he kept kayfabe.
He didn't beat King Kong Bundy to keep the streak.
He stayed hidden, and up until recently, he was the character of the Undertaker.
He was an enigma.
I
He
mean,
really was.
he always tells a story of how he
hate the
became
word.
the Undertaker.
I hate the word phenom because they throw it around for everything now. But he was the fucking phenom. He is phenomenal.
And he was never, think about his title runs, he was never like Cena, where he had it for 2 years, where you're
Yeah.
like, I just want him to go away. I'm so sick of seeing him.
Yeah.
He was never that
I don't
kind
think
of
I've
guy.
ever felt that way about Taker.
That's what I mean,
go away.
because he would go away.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like Cena, we're like, oh God, this guy. Or like we say about Brock or Roman now.
Charlotte.
Like,
Maybe during the Teddy Long run
You're in a tag team match
Yeah.
with the Undertaker player.
tonight, you're gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker. That was-
Holla,
yeah, that got a little old.
holla.
he
Which is
carried
how
that
guys
SmackDown
like
brand.
Vladimir Kozlov gets wins. Over.
He carried that SmackDown brand for
Yeah.
a long time.
And I know like he did the biker gimmick because like he was having a little trouble getting around, so that was kind of a way
Good.
of helping
I'd
him out a
heard
little
he
bit.
left to have hip surgery. Both hips had to be replaced. That's why I put him on the bike.
And again, he wanted to do something different.
But that was something he also
that
enjoyed.
Was
So
the Undertaker. That was Mark.
Without that, it might have died out.
Mhm.
Honestly. But thinking about that time frame, nobody wanted to see a dead man. But they want to see a badass dude come in and kick some ass.
He is a biker.
And for the Attitude Era, I mean, we didn't need a dead guy. We needed that character.
The Ministry.
That fit.
Yeah.
I mean, he sacrificed Stephanie.
Very well deserved.
On a symbol.
On a symbol.
Not a cross.
And Austin.
On a symbol. It's a symbol.
Yeah.
Undertaker
Unlike Raven and Sandman or whatever that was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Sandman.
Very well deserved for Undertaker. We're all happy
Angle,
for
he
him.
knows.
Yeah. Kurt Angle didn't fucking leave when Undertaker did it now, did he? Because that money was right. Fuck you.
I want to say I am proud to announce that we are a sponsor again of Legends of Hamburg Fan Fest.
Yeah.
This year is going to be even bigger than last year.
Yeah, we didn't even know about that fucking poster. I just opened up my Facebook and I see this big ass poster with our fucking a logo huge on it.
That was awesome.
And I was like, oh shit, like that's prominent. That's not like on the lower corner or something. That's like
That's not on the side.
So for the fans that don't know, we know, but that logo that you see on that poster
and on Joe's shirt
and on the shirt,
you can't see.
Yeah, it's hidden by figures.
It is the field house.
So Legends of Hamburg, if you go on the page and see that sponsor poster, our logo for that is the Hamburg Field House. It's a silhouette of it in gold, which represents our logo.
Yep. I've always said you can have Madison Square Garden. Give me the fucking field house.
That is Outbreak's home. That is our home. So thank you to Outbreak Wrestling.
I do feel very at home there. I feel more at home there than any other place.
Yeah.
Everyone was super cool. I mean, everyone's always been nice to us. And helped us out.
Thank you to
and
Outbreak.
every time there's someone new there, I always make sure to point out that that's the corner where they filmed the the coconut thing.
Yeah. Thank you to Outbreak Wrestling. Thank you to Legends of Hamburg. And thank you to Ryan Box and Antonio.
Yeah, good timing. I'm out of whiskey.
Which,
by the way, for Taker, drinking whiskey. Just saying.
It's
not Jack.
We should be playing. What was that used to play? Dominoes.
Bones. Yeah.
Great group of guys.
Crew.
Legends of Hamburg crew. So we're
My
proud
gang
sponsor.
is better than your gang.
We're a proud sponsor of the Fan Fest again. Tune in for some announcements very, very soon.
Maybe some of the Bone Street crew will be there.
One coming from us and some coming from Legends of Hamburg. If you missed last year, you have to go to this year. Last year was a test run, I guess you can say, but it's going to be a lot better this year.
If you're listening, Wes, make sure you're here.
The wrestling is going to be even better afterwards.
Oh yeah, some great names getting added to that card.
Yeah, be on the lookout for us if you're in our area at toy shows and conventions and everything.
If you're in Jersey, come out to the March 5th.
March 5th, the night the bridge was crossed. Outbreak Wrestling collaborates with Atlantic All-Star Wrestling for some great wrestling.
Can't wait to see what Ryan has planned for that.
Philadelphia and Jersey-based wrestling. You know it's going to be good.
No, half of it.
The Jersey half.
April, we have some things going on. May, we have something going on. July is the convention. So May is a night to remember too. We weren't at the first one. We will be at the second one. A ton of local companies collaborating for that as well.
Coming together as one unit.
So
that's what it's about. It's not about competing.
It's not
a
competition.
It's about supporting the economy of wrestling.
Yeah. You're helping each other out. You're just giving people what they want in wrestling. So be on the lookout for us. We'll be selling some figures, some AEW cards, which
come up and say hi.
Are hard to find now since Justin grabbed all of them.
Just here.
Card whisperer.
Come up, say hi. We'll have new business cards for you. Get out, enjoy wrestling. Just watch whatever you watch. It's wrestling, man. Just have fun. We'll see you next week.
Never mind. Before we go, I just wanted to say something about that referee who passed away.
Oh yeah,
Mickey
we forgot
J.
that last week.
Mickey Henson, or whatever, passed away.
Mickey
I didn't
J.
know him by name, but seeing his picture, I remember him.
I saw his picture.
yeah.
I remember him.
So
yes, rest in peace.
Condolences.
You'll be the first entry in our next year's memoriam, I guess. Is he the first one to die this year? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody passed in January.
I don't know. That 1 year though was tough.
See you in December. Yeah. See you in December.
Yeah. Enjoy wrestling. That's all we can ask for. We'll see you next week.
Later.
Later.
No IP.